Good morning. How's everybody doing today? It's early, probably 4ish, I guess, on a Friday, getting some coffee down. Anyway, I'm going to revisit Irisch Moos, and I actually got Sir Irish Moos Aftershave in, as well as I ordered the one from Stirling. Since I enjoyed the scent so much, I wanted the matching splash. But, yeah, we're going to use a Graydog synthetic brush. This is the Quilt one that Steve had made for me. Hope he's doing well. Don't see much of him anymore. And I have the Meteorite from Oliworks with a, surprising to me, what is it? Dorco Prime razor blade that Mike D-Town Bino had sent a pack to me, and I've been very surprised with how well that works. But anyway, the shave today is basically a play on the, not a play on, I'm going to follow with the challenge that Matthew Lawrence, and I'll have a link to his channel down below, but he had the 1/32 teaspoon soap challenge, or also known as the Smidgen. So I did find a group of things I had to order from Amazon. It starts with the tad, goes to a pinch, then a dash, then a smidgen. Only thing smaller is the drop. So got those in just for comparison. These are scoops that are sent with Ethos soaps, and what we're going with here. You all know that I am a bowl, not a bowl latherer, but a tub latherer and face latherer. So I'm not doubting Matthew. He didn't show us the scoop of soap, so I don't know if it's like a rounded off one or if it has to be leveled off or what. There's what I'm going with. If that's cheating, I'm willing to cheat if that's cheating. I don't know how I'm supposed to get it out of there once I'm trying to get it out of the scoop. I may have to use I'm going to have to use the drop one just to push it out of the scoop. It's such a small hole. I want everything that I'm supposed to have here. Alright, I think that's it. Set you aside. And trying to remember, it seems like he said he did 12 of these of water. For a 12-to-1 ratio. I don't know. I just put about 3 of these in there. Let me set that aside. And we'll just add water as we need, I think. Alright, so yeah, Matthew had his soap mixed up already, and so I didn't know how much I'm allowed to. Wow. How much I was allowed to have it ovaled. I mean, most times you'd use like an almond size, they say, thing of soap. I do need to wet my face before I apply this. That's what I've got so far. Matthew's a 2-pass shaver, and he did show that he could get a 3rd pass out of it, though. I am definitely normally a 3-pass shaver. Alright. I'm one of these ones that has more soap than I'll ever use, so let me wet my face. more soap than I'll ever use, so I don't worry about the amount of soap I use. But I'm always a sucker for a challenge too. Not any challenge, but most challenges. It does feel a little dry. I think it's the brush itself is dry. I hadn't wet the brush at all. Let me see here what we've got on our face. And with what's in the bowl, let's go ahead with our first pass. When we get to the aftershave, I'll open the new one there and probably use it. That is the original Irisch Moos. And we'll see how close it matches the scent. Off the just sniffing it, it smells very, very similar. I think Rod and Mandy got it as close to nailing it as you possibly can without having the actual formula. All right. So what I'd say I'm getting with the soap is what I would call serviceable lather amount. If you shave every day, you could get away with this. But you do notice the wording I'm using, right? Could get away with, serviceable. I could pass the challenge, but it's far from what most of us got into wet shaving for. That is the enjoyment of it. And while things have gotten more expensive, including soap, put a little moisture on my face, including soap, it's still not to the point you have to be stingy with your smidgen. All right, I'm going to try to grab as much as I can of what's left here. As far as the razor is concerned, this thing is a really smooth shaver. It's heavy, built like a tank, but a great razor. Last time I looked on their site, I think they were doing a aluminum version. I do have the adjustable that they made for a short time, and we're not going to get into what's going on with the company. As far as why they're making some adjustments to their adjustable. Just focused on the razor they're producing and selling. And the company will be coming out with others. Let them work through what they need to. Let me get a rinse. There you go. There's the 3 passes. We'll show you what's left here. Not much at all in the brush. That's there. I mean, if I try to swirl that out or whatever, it just moves it around the bowl. There's really nothing left there. Let me get a little witch hazel. So I appreciate Matthew doing the shave he did, that challenge, and throwing it out there, and I picked up on it right away. So here's the Sir Irish Moos. Came from Germany, and it's got a little pamphlet on it, and Das Abenteuer frisch für don't speak German, and it's all in German. Okay, and there's the Sir Irish Moos. So this is, what size bottle was this? I forget. You just said it, Dave. So it's basically 30 milliliters, 1 ounce. Shake it up there. It's hard to smell through that little restrictor, so let me get some shook out here. Enough to make it worthwhile. Light but nice. Comparison of this. Yeah, very similar, I'd say. I mean, it's, like I said, unless you have the actual formula. Happy I got that to try it. And happy we did that little challenge of a shave. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you doing that again. I don't know that I will ever use the Smidgen again. I know I won't use it again. Who am I kidding? Let me get this cleaned out. I don't know if I can get the soap out of the bottom of it. There was more soap in there. If I had a full Smidgen, I'd have done better. I probably had a Smidgen since it was, I did have it a little rounded at the top. If you deduct the amount that's still sitting in the bottom of this little spoon, and I'm trying to get out of it now, I probably had exactly a Smidgen. Anyway, so there was a little fun. Well, little fun. Anyway, Sir Irish Moos, nice shave. Well, decent shave, we'll say. Anyway, great razor, Oliworks. Invite you. I'll have links to the Stirling, as well as the where I got the scoop. If you're wanting to do this, invite anybody else like Matthew did to try that challenge. I think it was delivered next day from Amazon for like $5 or $6, something like that, and you got a whole array of scoops. So, yeah, razor, Stirling. We'll get this stuff in the description down below if you're wanting to follow a link. Anyway, Dave in Kentucky was wearing this shirt. It's the residual slickness, it says down below, and then lather landing zone here. It was Todd Stanfield of Take Care Man. Haven't seen him in quite some time. I hope that he is doing well. Anyway, take care, be safe out there, and we'll see you on the forum.